Berane is one of the largest towns of northeastern Montenegro and a former administrative center of the Ivangrad District. It is a seat of one of many multi-ethnic and multi-religious municipalities in Montenegro. The town is located on the Lim River, being part of Sandžak region. Its name is derived from the Turkish word meaning one house. The town has a population of over 11,000, whereas its municipality area reaches nearly 30,000 people, making it one of the largest centers of Polimlia area. During the medieval period, the land of Berane was known as Budimlia. It was of great holistic political and economic importance in the Serbian state of Raška. Until 1455, when Turks took the city, it was part of the medieval Serbian state. Since the First Serbian Uprising until its final liberation, fights against Turks were constant. Famous battles occurred from 1825 to 1862, when the most important Rhodes battle was fought on the 7th of April, in which the Montenegrin rebels won. Berane was finally liberated in 1912. The town shared the destiny with its country being damaged in both world wars. From 1949 until 1992 it was named as Ivangrad in honor to people's hero Ivan Milutinovic. As Ivangrad, the town was meeting with prosperity and population growth being of one the Yugoslav industrial centers. Although the civil war in Yugoslavia did not reach Montenegro, the city suffered from it as the industry collapsed and the people started to leave it. Nowadays, Berane is one of the poorest settlements in Montenegro, so most of the population lives in difficult conditions. Despite that, the town remains an important educational, medical, religious and sporting center, having produced many successful individuals in those categories. Berane is administrative center of municipality of the same name. There are 13 elementary schools, 4 high schools and 4 institutions of higher education. Having a solid sport infrastructure, the most successful sport collectives in the town are handball club and table tennis club. Berane is connected with the rest of the country by 2-lane motorways. It also has an airport which hasn't been used for a while. In 2012, Berane was to celebrate 150 years since its official foundation. History. By the Middle Ages, Berane was known as Budimlia. It was of great holistic political and economic importance in medieval Serbia. St. Sava, the first Serbian archbishop, founded one of the first Serbian eparchies here in 1219. The monastery Derived Stupovi was built by the end of the 12th century by Privoslav, the son of Nemanja's brother Tihomir. Many monasteries and churches tell the story on the rich holistic life of Serbs in this area. There were 7 bishops and 9 metropolitans. Literary and painting schools existed in this monastery. Apart from Derived Stupovi, the second most important monastery in this area was Sudikovo, which was destroyed and burned by the Turks in 1738. Archbishop's throne was vacant for more than 350 years. However, the Budimlia episcopate, known as the Budimlia-Nikšić eparchy, has been restored in 2002 upon the appointment of Bishop Joe Nikiya. The area of Berane municipality and its wider neighborhood was part of the medieval Serbian state until 1455, when Turks took the city of Bihor and Budimlia. This valley was populated with Serbians until the mid-17th century, when it went under terrible suffering and many of them left. The Turks distributed the land to the Islamized population. During the First Serbian Uprising and Karađorđe's march to Novi Pazar, the people of this area revolted and met the Serbian Duke Santo Bogićević and Hadži Prodan Gligorijević. Then, Mojišević, prior of Derived Stupovi, had the leading role among the Orthodox people of Budimlia. He was one of the closest allies of Peter I Petrovich Njagos and Peter II Petrovich Njagos, the Archbishop bishops and political leaders of Montenegro. Since the first Serbian uprising until its final liberation, fights against Turks were constant, especially during the second part of the 19th century. Famous battles occurred from 1825 until 1862, but the most important one was Rude's battle on the 7th of April 1862, in which the Serbian and Montenegrin rebels won. Berane was finally liberated from Turks in 1912 and it was incorporated in Montenegro. During World War II, there was a civil war in the region between partisans and Chetniks. During the Communists' reprisals in 1944 and 1945, thousands of people were killed. From July 1949 to March 1992, Berane was known as Ivangrad as a tribute to Ivan Milutinovic. In 1992, its original name was restored. Culture, education and science. The main impact for the development of culture of this area historically, and up to recent times, came from the Serb Orthodox Church, or its monasteries in the area, Sudikova, Thurjevi Stupovi and other, as the cornerstones of spirituality of the Serb population. The part is later to a certain extent taken over by schools, and more institutions dealing with culture. A special role in that process was that of the Berane Gymnasium, founded in 1913. Its classrooms were home to many prominent artists and scientists in various disciplines such as Mihailo Laluc, Dusan Kostic, Radovan Zogovic, Jovan Zonic, Miso Popovic, Alexander Rafaj-Lavic, Luka Radovic and the others. The institutions in Berane that are still working in culture, there are Cultural Center and Polimski Museum, with a very rich collection of valuable artifacts, and the house of the Duke Gavro Vukovic, the first jurist with a university degree, a long-term minister of foreign affairs in the Principality of Montenegro, and the writer of famous memoirs, has been reconstructed, planned to be used for cultural events. Berane also has a school for primary musical education, and there are also few amateur clubs and societies in various disciplines of artistic creation. There are 13 elementary schools, 4 secondary schools and 1 school for elementary musical education in Municipality of Berane. Berane has 4 institutions of higher education: Faculty of Management in Transport and Communications, Faculty of Teacher Training, Higher Medical School and Applied Computer Engineering. Berane, as is usually the case with small communities, does not have a specialized scientific institution, but in spite that fact, many prominent scientists from various scientific disciplines come from here. A remarkable contribution to science was given by, among others, chemist Vukic Mikovic, bacteriologist Milutin Therazic, geographer Milosav Lutovac, and historian Maomir Dasic. Economy, infrastructure and sports. The municipality of Berane is one of the poorest in Montenegro. The level of industrial production is very low, since a big number of companies have stopped working in the past 15 years due to the known crisis in former Yugoslavia. In the earlier period, many village agricultural households have moved to the town in the process of industrialization, which decreased agricultural production, and industry later collapsed, so most of the population lives in difficult conditions. Many small private companies have been started recently, mostly in the areas of commerce and catering industry. There is a very small number of companies that are creating new value. Workers in those new companies have no insurance or health service, so those companies do not have a bigger positive impact on the community. Total number of employed in the municipality is approximately 3,000. Berane is connected with rest of Montenegro by 2-lane motorways. Bijelopolja is 35 kilometers away, where there lies the major junction towards Podgorica and the coast, under Serbia. Serbia can also be reached eastwards via Rosaire. Berane is on the corridor of the future Beograd-Bar motorway. Berane has an airport, which hasn't been used for years, although there have been plans for its revitalization and usage as regional airport. Podgorica Airport is some 150 kilometers away, and has regular flights to and from major European destinations. Berane has solid sport infrastructure. The most successful sport collectives are Handball Club Berane and Table Tennis Club Udom. There are also Football Club Berane, Basketball Club Lim, Boxing Clubs Beko King and Radniki Berane, Athletic Club, Tennis Club, etc. The sports center consists of many sport objects. City Stadium with capacity of 11,000 people is the second largest stadium in Montenegro. Just next to the stadium, a new modern city hall is under construction. Population: Berane is administrative center of Berane municipality, which in 2011 had a population of 33,970. In 2013, after Petnica became an independent municipality, Berane has 28,315 citizens. The town of Berane itself has 11,073 citizens. Population of Berane, 1981 to 12,720. 1991 to 12,267. 2003 to 11,776. 2011 to 11,073. Population of Berane, 1948 to 27,646. 1953 to 30,316. 1961 to 34,280. 1971 to 40,385, 1981 to 42,060, 1991 to 38,953, 2003 to 35,068, 2011 to 33,970. Ethnicity in 2011. Twin towns, sister cities. Berane is twinned with Kakrika, Belgrade, Serbia; Teramo, Italy; Pec, Serbia; Kostroma, Russia; Vjarenjak, Albania, Serbia; Staro Nagorican, Macedonia. Notable individuals. Despite all the problems, the town remains an important educational, medical, religional and sports center, having produced many successful individuals in those categories. People's heroes of Yugoslavia, artists, athletes, political, educational and historical figures, others and related people. Notes gallery.